When it comes to people telling people, this is about as good as it gets. Sean Zabinski recently ran the Chicago Marathon. A few weeks later, he was about to run the New York Marathon when his buddy Jeff Kelmer told him about UNEQUAL.
Jeff talked about the insoles and what their claim to fame is, and absorbing shock up to 80% and things like that. As a marathon runner, if you could find something of that capacity, then you're absolutely going to try it.
And I said if he wanted to try them out, I would take him out of my shoes because we have the same shoe size.
After Chicago, I didn't wear them and my feet were destroyed.
The next thing you know, Sean was borrowing Jeff's UNEQUAL insoles the day of the New York Marathon.
And he called me the next day and said,
no blisters, no break-in period. I actually slipped them right in the morning of the marathon.
He finished it, he said, with greater ease.
Completed the race without any problems.
Today, just 2 weeks after the New York Marathon, here's Sean about to run the Philadelphia Marathon.
If you were to ask me after Chicago that I would do 2 more marathons within the month of November, I would have said you're crazy. But after wearing the insoles of UNEQUAL, it's given me the confidence to continue my quest in running these marathons. We'll see how it goes.
2, 1.
Later in the morning, Sean was across the finish line and cooling down after a successful run.
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You did it.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people will probably be cramping here at the finish line. None of those residual effects here.
I asked him what his pace was.
6:30 minute, yeah.
Is that better than normal?
Absolutely. Usually it's an 8-minute mile. We'll definitely give some credit to UNEQUAL here. The insoles absolutely did help, and I had no pain in my lower body, and my feet felt great.
30 seconds!
I've now run several times using the UNEQUAL insoles. I've run 12, 15, 17, and 19-mile runs, which are all training runs for an upcoming 50-mile ultra marathon. You know, if you're running more than 10 miles, you know, your legs are going to get fatigued at some point. And the thing that I noticed was like, wow, I'm just flying through. I remember the first time I did it, I was like, what, did I set my clock right? I was looking at it and go, well, no, this is right. My normal 10-minute training pace turned into a 9-minute per mile pace, and I put out absolutely no more effort. But hey, I can live with that. That's huge for anyone who is into running.
The blocks represent our bodies. The hammers deliver crushing impact shock, much more than you'll ever experience while walking or running. Each block is protected by a type of insole. Simple question. As you watch this, which insole technology would you rather have in your shoes protecting you from chronic impact shock?
If you have foot pain, you'll do anything to get rid of it.
My knees were hurting, my heels were hurting, and the bottom of my feet, which mostly after every match you have to ice.
Alex Bogomolov is an up-and-coming tennis professional on the ATP World Tour, ranked number 34 at the start of 2012. Just a few short months before that, at the French Open, he was about to call it quits because his feet were killing him. But his doctor, Steve Diamond, had a recommendation.
I said, well, I started using insoles from UNEQUAL. And I talked to him about that, and he said, can you get me some? Called UNEQUAL Technologies, explained where I was going and who I am. Got insoles, went to Paris, gave them to Alex. He went out to practice that afternoon.
I have no pain all of a sudden. It was all surreal to me.
And he's suddenly now playing at competitive world-class tennis, and it showed in his rankings.
The ranking went from 100 in the world at the French to number 70 after Wimbledon, after I got to third round, to number 40 after I got to third round of the US Open, to number 34 after I got to semifinals of St. Petersburg in Russia. All I do is stretch out before the match, and afterwards I'm pain-free. I don't have to go in and ice my knees and ice my heels and ice my ankles. I don't have the necessity to go to the trainer's room to fix something because there's nothing wrong.
Vibratory stress, known as chronic impact shock, or CIS. It's a force up to 5 times your weight that radiates through your body with every step, heel strike, or jump.
That shock actually comes up through the feet, through the legs, and up into your spinal area.
And up until now, it's been largely ignored by the foot care industry.
This is the shock that the body cannot handle.
Really does bang down those joints, cause inflammation, cause discomfort
to the whole
skeletal and muscular system of the body.
Unequal footbeds have been proven to block that shock up to an amazing 80%. Dr. Paul Marchetto is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon with the Rothman Institute. He says CIS is a big problem.
Chronic impact shock could lead to premature aging. The long-term wear of vibratory shock tends to wear you out.
Dr. Marchetto has done his research on unequal insoles.
This technology, it does take away shock. We've proven it. We've seen it in lab tests.
Some of those tests were conducted at Villanova University School of Mechanical Engineering by an expert in vibratory physics.
We proved conclusively that it would reduce vibration anywhere from 60 to 80%, both in the length of time that the vibration persists, as well as the range of frequencies where the human body would feel it the most.
And why does unequal work so well?
You go back to the base, take some of the vibration out, put something in that you can customize yourself, molding to your feet, not that flat insert that is in so many shoes, but curves to the arch, that cups the heel, that mends to the metatarsal area, the forefoot, to align their axial skeleton in a more upright position.